Any food made from wheat, rice, oats, cornmeal, barley, or another cereal grain is a grain product. Bread, pasta, oatmeal, breakfast cereals, tortillas, and grits are examples of grain products. Now, grain-based foods fall into the classification of carbohydrates, and they are a relatively new introduction into the human diet. In fact, throughout most of human history, we didn't eat or consume grains. It wasn't until farming came into existence that we began to cultivate and eat these grains. In fact, our bodies have no need for grains. We can and did live better without them, according to the scientific record. Now, the most mass-produced and widely consumed grains today are corn, wheat, and rice. These grains are the #1 source of calories in the average person's diet. These grains are not only eaten directly by us, but they are also the staple of the diet of most of the beef, chicken, and dairy that we eat. The problem with grains is that our bodies, in their infinite and higher plane design and wisdom, were not engineered to properly consume and metabolize them. Even worse, the most commonly consumed grains of today are nowhere near what they were when our ancestors first started eating them. Today, the grains we eat are mostly genetically modified, highly refined, and processed. No longer do we eat them in their natural form. The fiber, which is on the outer layer, has been stripped in the refining process. This is a problem because it's the fiber that keeps our blood sugar from rising, and in the most basic of terms, keeps us from gaining weight and becoming unhealthy. Another problem with grains is gluten. This is such a relative topic that I dedicated an entire lesson to it, so please see the lesson on gluten if you haven't already done so. Now, I think the biggest problem that we have with grains today is in white or all-purpose flour. White flour is made from wheat grains after removing the brown covering. It's then milled and removed the heavy fiber contained in the outer layer and then refined and bleached. This white flour is in most everything you can think of that is baked, from breads, buns, cookies, muffins, cakes, pizza dough, tortillas, chips, and pretty much everything else you can think of. The problem, though, when you eat these types of food, because they've been stripped of that good healthy fiber and a good portion of their protein, because of this, when you eat them, your body processes it basically as straight sugar. This is not good. This is bad, real bad. That is if you want to be healthy and live a long life. You see, because it's low in fiber and protein that helps slow the digestion, white flour is digested and absorbed rapidly. This leads to blood sugar rising quickly, which is directly associated with weight gain, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and more. If there's one type of food we should all avoid most positively, or at minimum eat very infrequently, it's foods made with white flour. But with that said, a slice of pizza or a cake every once in a while won't kill you. But if you eat it every day, it very well may kill you. Now, despite all that, I'm not against grains, but they should not be consumed by all of us. There are some people out there who should not eat grains at all. And those would be those of us who are overweight, obese, or trying to lose weight. Also, if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic, you should stay away from grains. If you have a gluten sensitivity, you should not eat grains. Again, be sure to see that lesson on gluten to dig deeper into that topic. But if you do decide to keep grains or include them in your diet, choose things like organic quinoa, brown and black rice, and buckwheat. These grains don't raise blood sugar as quickly and unleash that cascade of bad hormonal responses that negatively affect your health and cause you to gain weight.